Stop living our best life and listening to UpLIFT your fellow man. What it costs, you're still in the hand. Now the thing you understand, let us rate this in your palms for your prayer and build something. When freedom rings, I hope you answer. When you get the call and just to pick up, it's so easy and so breezy like Sunday morning. Let the sun shine in, so open eyes and open ears, cause you know it's
easy like Sunday. Breezy. Morning, breezy, breezy like Sunday, easy like Sunday, breezy like Sunday.
Is where it is.
Awesome God Radio.
Who it be?
It's Breezy in the house.
When it is.
It's on right now.
What we do.
We get lifted on the UpLIFT show. Here we go now.
Easy, breezy. Breezy, easy, breezy, easy.
pick your head up, time to get up and stop living our best life and listening to UpLIFT your fellow man. What it costs, you're still in the hand. Now the thing you understand, let us rate this in your palms for your prayer and build something. When freedom rings, I hope you answer. When you get the so breezy like Sunday morning, let the sun shine in, so open eyes and open ears.
Breezy like Sunday, easy like Sunday. Morning, breezy like Sunday, easy like Sunday, breezy like Sunday morning.
What it is.
It's the UpLIFT show.
Where it is.
Awesome God Radio.
Who it be.
It's Breezy in the house.
When it is.
It's on right now.
What we do.
We get lifted on the UpLIFT Uplift Show. Here we go now.
Easy, breezy, breezy, easy, easy, breezy, easy.
A gracious good evening to all of you. Thank you so much for tuning into the Uplift Show tonight with your girl, Easy Breezy, like Sunday morn, the hostess with the mostest, the Melanin Queen that is me. I just want to thank you, as I said, for tuning in tonight. There's a lot of things you could have been doing tonight, but you chose to take a few minutes just to be with me. And this is definitely a bittersweet episode tonight. After 5 years, that's right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the Uplift Show is finally taking our final bow. I don't want this to be a sad thing. This is not like some kind of funeral or homegoing service. All is well. But as a wise man once said, faith is knowing when to begin, but wisdom is knowing when to. 5 years that I've been here on Awesome God Radio. To tell you very quickly, of course, about 5.5 years ago, I had a big event called the Author Spotlight and Symposium, where myself and several other authors got together to discuss our books. We had a little panel discussion and book signing. And the host for that show was the one and only Antoine Jefferson of Awesome God Radio, who I had never met before, but was recommended to me by a very good friend. And AJ and I connected immediately. Okay. And it was an excellent show. He did a great job. And for some reason, somehow, some way, after that show or after that presentation, I said, you know what? Let me talk to this guy a little bit. And, bing, bang, boom, bada bing, bada boom, whatever you want to say. I ended up as the host of the UpLIFT show. And I have been on Thursday nights at 8 o'clock since day one. And we've had a lot of ups, we've had a lot of downs. Of course, after COVID happened, we weren't able to go into the studio anymore. So we started broadcasting from our homes, which was an experience. That's all I can say. I am not of the age where technology comes that easy to me. So it was quite a challenge to figure out how to produce and broadcast all by myself in my kitchen with the cat on one side and the stove in front of me. But I have definitely graduated. Now I am in my mother's sewing room recording on top of an ironing board. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Actually, I find this pretty exciting because, it wasn't but 15 years ago that an ironing board was used for ironing. And here I am broadcasting live to thousands and hundreds of thousands, and hopefully even millions of people right here in the sewing room. And I want to thank you all for hanging in with me for these 5 years. We have had tears, we have had laughs, we've had serious discussions, we've had um, medical advice, we've had mental health advice, we've had musical sing-alongs, we've had game shows where we gave away cash money. We have had auctions. We have had the YGB, which is the Young Gifted and Black Awards. This show has been nominated for, I believe, 6 Spin Awards, as well as Awesome God Radio, who has been nominated. We have had celebrities, we've had average Joes, but everything means nothing without the listeners. And over the years, of course, I've had 2 eye surgeries. I had a bariatric surgery. I've been out a few times. I've had some guest hosts come in. And over the last, I don't know, 6 or 7 months, I've had to go from a weekly show to a monthly show simply because my schedule just got crazy, y'all. I am always the one to have a lot on my plate, and I put a little too much on my plate, but God will never put more on us than we can bear, even though we do take that scripture out of context. But because really that scripture is talking about temptations, but I won't preach to y'all tonight. I've done enough of that in these last 5 years. But what I have done is I have put together a little retrospective video for you all to just give you a few highlights from the things that we've done here on the Uplift Show. And as my bishop and one of our favorite guests here on the Uplift Show would say, I will not belabor your patience. So I am going to get that video playing, and after the video, I'm going to come back and say a few closing words. The closet and take a couple of look at some different perspectives. I have a couple of guests that'll be joining me, and I will introduce them in a few minutes. But I want to remind you again, if you want to call in, the number is 87. And after the video, I could be putting that tithe in church. The closet and take a couple of look at some different perspectives. I have a couple of guests that'll be joining me, and I will introduce them in a few minutes. Want to remind you again, if you call in, the number is 877-479-4473. And I always want to let you know if there's a subject that you'd like to see addressed, if you would like to start a discussion, if you have a question that needs answering, if you have a situation that you want to put out there, the lines are always, I'll let you all know that I was taking the bodyguard. She doesn't have people carrying her bags. She travels by herself. She picks up her own bags. She checks herself in. She goes to her shows. She puts on the music. After she leaves the show, she goes out to the table. She sets up her stuff. She sells her own stuff. She will take your money, make the change. She has her own jewelry line. She does her own costume design. She does her own makeup. She does her own hair. One thing she told me years ago that I have never forgotten.
gotten. She said, why should I pay somebody my money in church? I know how to answer my own phone. When you need Vicky Wanda for an event, you call her management, Vivian Incorporated. She says, "Hi, this is Vicky." There ain't no assistant answering the phone. There's no secretary, no nothing like that. She just picks up the phone. She said, "Why I need to pay somebody to answer the phone? I've been talking since I was 2 years old. I know how to talk."
It's called Get Your Hustle On.
That's right. That's right. And we call her the hustler. The last time I saw her last month here in Baltimore at the Evangel Cathedral Christmas extravaganza, I was wearing this red scarf that has jewels all over it. And soon she saw it, she said, "Girl, let me see that." Snatched it all off my neck. She said, "I'm gonna make something just like that. I'm gonna make this a part of my collection." So she took my scarf and took like 500 pictures of it so she could take it. You the best Christian talk, the best news, and the best music. Y'all know I play the best music on this station. You don't even have to ask nobody. I'm not gonna give you no junk. I'm gonna give you the good old stuff. Some Beverly Crawford, some Shirley Caesar, some James Cleveland. I'm gonna give you the stuff that brought us where we is.
All right.
And yes, I said is. I know what I said. Now, like I said, I'm going to introduce my guest in a moment.